Wow, wow, wow. The most unbelievable news just came up. Reports are coming out that Poch has been fired, although it's saying that there's mutual consent. This is unbelievable. I really did not expect Chelsea to go this route. Well, I know we had our concerns with Poch. The time it took for him to adapt, to change his style, to adapt to the team, and present a philosophy that was good enough to carry the team around. It took us almost 33 games for us to find a winning formula, especially when and all of this happened maybe first on Poch because of the injury, especially the surgery that this guy did, Enzo, which forced Caicedo and Gallagher to play as a double pivot, and the inverted role that Cucurella started to adopt from the second half of the Aston Villa game. I'm hearing reports that the owners are not happy that it took him so long to find what to do with the team. And although I have been sensing that Poch has not really has not been willing to warm himself to the hearts of the fans, because every time you're asking questions about how the fans feel, I get this sense that Poch is not even willing to win the fans. I believe for one that he's still madly in love with Spurs and is not willing. He doesn't care. Poch doesn't care about how Chelsea fans feel about him. Every time he's been asked that question, he comes across like it doesn't matter. Whatever we work for the fans. If they support, we would like them to support, but even if they don't, there's nothing like that bullish, that aggressive approach, that tough approach to say we are for you, we want to work for you, we want you to support us. It doesn't come across like Poch cares. And I read too, and I saw the videos during the parade of the squad at the end of the games. The coaching crew left the field and they didn't come back. That gave me a feeling like probably they had made their minds up to leave. And when Poch was asked at the end of the game in the post-match conference, he said that the holiday had been fixed and the team, the coaching crew, they are all leaving on Monday. So he will stay back to hear what the meeting with Bolly, how it will turn out. But I really am surprised that this had to be like this. I never thought Chelsea would fire Poch, especially with the way it took us to gel. It took us 9 from when the season started till April. The team didn't gel until about April. And that is the hardest part that we really were looking out for, and telling us that they have parted ways by mutual consent. After 11 months, this is strange. I'm really shocked that these new owners are beginning to look like, worse than Abramovich. Abramovich did not fire coaches just because of, when they perform beyond expectation. For me, I would give Poch a pass mark for how the team fared, because we all knew the scattergun approach that Chelsea was using to buy players. So it was tough to find a blend. It was tough to find a winning formula that will help this team, because the coach was not consulted. They were just buying players for this coach to use. So I, for one, applaud Poch for being able, and I think he also asked that Gallagher should not be sold, Chalobah should not be sold. So I don't know, and I don't understand too what kind of board members we have who don't want a coach to have an input. Every coach should have an input on the players that come in, because The coach have a style, the coach have a formation, the coach have a philosophy that they want to play with. So I don't understand how you're going to be buying players every time and just want the coach to bring them together and turn them into superstars overnight. That is it's ridiculous. So I don't think it's too much for Poch to be asking for to have a say on the table for who comes in. I don't think he wants to be buying every player, but he wants to at least be able to say, okay, I want player A, I want player C, I want player B, or we shouldn't sell player 1, we shouldn't sell player 3. I don't think that is too much to ask. And when you go on Twitter, you check different Twitter accounts about what we are doing, it is just about everybody saying the same thing about this board. When you have too many cooks, this is what happens. There's too many people calling the shot in this club, and it's madness, absolute madness. I pray that, because if you look at the coaching pool, Tuchel, I don't know if you want to go for Tuchel. I don't know if you want to go for Mourinho. Amorim, I don't know. De Zerbi has resigned from his post at Brighton. I don't think he's a coach I like. I don't like him. Amorim, yes, but I don't think Amorim's style suits us, because I hear it's one-sided and he plays a 3-man, a back three, and they're kind of static, you know, and he's a very stubborn coach. I see him like a coach in the mode of Postecoglou, who, even if the team is drowning, keeps playing how he wants to play. He doesn't care how the opponent is coming at him. I believe a coach has to be dynamic. Yes, I have a style, I have a pattern I want to play, but it is always necessary that the coach should be able to revamp his formation, his formula, change. You could play when we play City, you could see Pep change his formation over and over and over and over just to contain the pressure that we were bringing, because we had the pace, we had the skill, we were aggressive, and Poch could not cope. He kept changing and changing and changing until he got one goal. I was surprised to see City wasting time and running down the clock. That was how good we were. And that is Pep, who doesn't like to change. Pep is somebody who wants to play the tiki-taka football, and he keeps playing that same style over and over and over. Even I remember when he came to the Premier League, he was being smacked all over the place because he refused to change his style. And over time, he grew and realized, listen, this league is different. Spanish league is a different league from the Premier League. And he changed his style. And he changed the way he was buying players. He had an input. So I don't get it. Why Chelsea, we want to fire a coach that took us from 10th? Because we were really poor. 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 12, 13, 11th, 10th, 9th, you know, and from nowhere we just kept going, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. At the point we thought we were going to make 5th. If had Spurs lost on the last day of the season, we would have been 5th. So I really surprised to get this news today, and it's all over the news. Mauricio Pochettino is no longer Chelsea's coach. The club has also released an official statement to that effect. The club has released an official statement to that effect. Yes, Chelsea official. Yes, club statement. You know, the club has released a statement officially that Poch has been fired. So, yes, there's an official statement from the club, because there's an official statement from the club. The club has released a statement regarding Pochettino. They say, yes, that is it. The Chelsea FC can confirm that the club and Mauricio Pochettino have mutually agreed to part ways. Sporting directors Laurence, Stewart and Paul Winstanley said, on behalf of everyone at Chelsea, we would like to express our gratitude to Mauricio Pochettino, for his service this season. He will be welcome back to Stamford Bridge anytime, and we wish him all the very best. This is unbelievable. Pause. Said Mauricio Pochettino said thank you to the club, to Chelsea ownership group and sporting directors for the opportunity. Jesus Jimenez, Miguel, Sebastiano, Toni, Jimenez, Jesus Perez, Miguel Agostino, Toni Jimenez, and Sebastiano Pochettino have left the club with Mauricio Pochettino. Wow, this is unbelievable, unbelievable. Oh God, I never saw this coming. Trust me, I never saw this coming. There have been reports because, you know, the club will be making no further comments, and we'll be hearing the what's his name, Kieran McKenna, the Ipswich coach. We're hearing Kieran McKenna. I think he's the only one I'm seeing, and what's his name, Roberto De Zerbi. I've not heard anyone being apart from those two. And I hear too that Thomas Tuchel is really willing. And I believe Tuchel is in the background talking with the club. I believe Tuchel is in the background. But we're also getting feelers that Tuchel, Conte, and Mauricio Mourinho are not in contention or are not being considered. But I'm hearing feelers that Kieran McKenna is considered the Ipswich coach. But I don't get it. And I've been hearing also that Chelsea is looking for a coach. Chelsea may likely go for a neophyte, a new coach, somebody who is untested, and that is madness. I don't get it how we're going to move from here to a nameless coach. Heaven helps us. You know, God help us, because this is madness. This is madness. It is ridiculous. Everywhere is all over the news. It's all over the news. Pochettino is no longer Chelsea's coach. You know, Pochettino is no longer Chelsea's coach, and this is likely going to be a sign that Conor Gallagher and Chalobah will be sold. Conor Gallagher and Chalobah will be sold. This is going to that. This is telling us something to that effect. But right now there is no news on who the next coach will be. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. We're keeping an eye on this news, and as they come, we will post more on this. But there are reports. There have been news, and if you listen to Pochettino's press conferences in the last 3 games, you will see him has been saying stuff about we are also going to vet the owners. Also, we have a right to also check. It is not about the owners giving us a scorecard or testing us or examining us. We are also going to examine the owners. So I believe there's handwriting has been on the wall for quite a while. But judging by the results in the last 5 games, I thought he deserves one more year or to see out his contract. But that is what it is. Pochettino is no longer Chelsea's coach. That is the news on ground. So we'll see you again. This is Chelsea Lions. This is Chelsea FC Lions. You know, please don't forget. Give us one thumb up. Give us a like. Share the video. And above all, subscribe. Feel free to post your comments. And let's hear your comments. Let's hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it more and more. Let's talk about it, because it's going to be an ongoing saga. It's going to be a news for the next until a new coach is announced. We're going to be talking about this for quite a while, even in the preseason, and as the season even starts, it's going to be a talking point. Till I see you again, peace.